challenges I grew up with were, like I said, I grew up in a mixed family. My father was black, my mother was white, my father was absent. I think that was the biggest challenge, was that my father was absent, and growing up in a predominantly black area where, in different events and things, my mother was the one that was there to showcase me, or, that I had to represent me. In '73, it was just the beginning of what they call jungle fever today, or what they, ended up calling jungle fever. It was the beginning of it. I would say I'm first generation in jungle fever, but, so it was unknown. People didn't know how to take it, so it was kind of different. My mother showing up to school, and, all the majority of kids were black or Hispanic. They see a white woman coming in, and, mixed kid, and so they realized, there's my mother eventually, that it was kind of embarrassing in the beginning, you know what I mean? But, I learned how to deal with it. So, some of the challenges I've seen in the area were, drug use and, poverty, and, just matter of, you just see so much so fast. You had to grow up really fast in that area. And I think in my day, we were on our own. We kind of had to fend for ourselves. What I've seen in the neighborhoods were, young guys driving new cars and fancy clothes, and, when I went to basketball, when I started getting into organized sports, it made it so I had role models who didn't accept, that wasn't their lifestyle. And I think that helped me a lot, having those role models outside of what I seen in the neighborhoods, and that's why I do it today myself. That's why I coach basketball, is because of the influence of the people that did something for me. They gave to me, and they weren't given, it was selfless. They were given, selflessly. They were given because they seen something. Maybe it was something in me, or maybe it was just something that somebody did for them. So I was like, it's something that you pay forward, and that's why I coach today, is because of what it brings to me. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of people say, you're rich or you're wealthy. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm wealthy because I'm doing some things in my life that I love to do. It made me feel the strongest and the best when I was playing basketball. Whether it was in the park, whether it was playing organized, because I played on a high level of organized basketball. I kind of grew tall at a young age. I was like 6'3" in the 7th grade, pretty good athlete. But, again, sports, basketball in general was my outlet, was how I got rid of my anger and my frustrations and my everything. Like today, like a lot of the kids in the ghetto today, it's the same kind of thing. They use that as maybe a way to get out, that they feel like it's a way to get out. I guess for me too, because, I think that most of the kids that are playing because they're passionate about it, and so if they're passionate about it, I'm passionate about it, and I want to give what I have. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge in the sport, so that's why I give them everything I got. Sometimes I get ridiculed or chastised because they think that, my expectation is higher than what can be expected of them. But I feel like if you give a kid, or you don't have a high expectation for them, and they exceed that expectation, then you let them down because you didn't push them a little bit harder so that they could be the best them that they could be. And that's all I want them to be, as far as giving them, like, again, those role models, and, letting them know that I'm going to push them to be the best them that they could be. Not the best Michael Jordan, or, in Oakland, Damian Lillard now, that I'm going to push them to be the best, Devin Arnold, Tyrone Sears, the best them that they could be. You know what I mean? I don't regret anything that I've done, because it made me the man who I am today. And without those struggles, I don't think I'll be the person that I am today. I think that, those struggles are what create who you are. I cherish the times that I grew up in Oakland, and, like I said, those are what make you who you are.